it back in time. 5 seconds left on the clock. 2, 1, 0! I am so overexposed. This is what baikoi means, guys. I am the white ghost. Okay, 1 second. So many things I remembered to do, I did not remember to correct exposure. Maybe now? I used to go to the trouble of holding up a white. I just heard a sub come in. Who was that? Madia, happy 7 months. Thank you for the resub. I'm scamming Amazon by using my Prime sub right before I cancel my Prime subscription. We love to see it, Madia. Well done. Well done. Thank you for using your Prime sub here. I appreciate it. I used to do exposure corrections like this, but now I just kind of lean in really close and let it correct itself, although the white balance is off. Anyways. Oh, no, I'm red. That was also not what I wanted to do. Good enough. Hello, I'm so overexposed. Wear a sweater. I mean, you're not wrong. Hello, how's everyone doing? Got around to buying the Adidas CNY jacket after seeing your YouTube short. Insee, I'm kind of a, what am I, an influencer? I don't think my jacket is real, guys. It showed up in the mail and I was like, damn, this looks really legit. And then my mom was like, but it's probably not real. We were just looking at it it's probably not real. It was sold out everywhere when I bought it. So I was like, yeah, that's probably not real. I kind of tried. Active Glacier, hello, welcome. All right, let's see, are my glasses clean? We're doing some readings today, guys. So we are due for what I hope will be quite a cozy stream. I've realized I've been kind of overexerting myself on stream recently, either going too long or too hard. So I'm going to be relying on you guys to keep me in check. I laughed after that because I was like, I don't know if I can trust you guys to do that, to be honest. But I'm trying to keep my streams shorter if possible, because it was either that or stream fewer times, and I'm already only streaming twice a week. So I was like, let's see if I can get it to 2.5 hour to 3 hour streams. Under 3 hours is kind of the goal. So we'll see. We'll try it out for a bit, because I realized that there were so many, as you guys may have noticed, I've been putting a lot of music projects out recently. It's kind of where I want most of my energy to be going right now. And the thing about music projects is they're extremely time consuming, and the thing about streaming is it's also extremely time consuming and energy consuming, but all of them. So I was like, I need to find a better balance here. So the goal time is under 3 hours. Please don't stop the music. Indeed. Thank you, Momo. Also, shout out to Momo for being our free run. If you guys haven't seen the free run music videos yet, I'm very proud of them. Momo was our free run cosplayer in it. How that happened was actually, I was gonna cosplay free run like I did for my last free run cover. When I covered Anytime Anywhere, I cosplayed free run myself and filmed myself and everything. This time I was like, I wanna up the ante a little, but I need help filming. So I was gonna ask Momo to help me watch the tripod while I ran around in front of the camera. And then Momo said something that made me think, I forget what it was that you said, but you said something. And then I was like, what if I made Momo cosplay for you? What if I just put the wig on her? Easy. And then thankfully Momo said yes when I brought up that crazy proposition. Not only did Momo say yes, Momo went and watched Freerin. Just to quote, not be a poser, which I think is very sweet. I hope you've been enjoying the anime. I don't know if you're caught up, but I know we were commiserating over, well, not commiserating, enjoying together Kobayashi Chiaki's Stark performance. So love that man. He's so good. Dedication, we love it. Exactly. Oh, thank you for 6 months of membership, Karma. I just saw that YouTube side also. Kinda cool. Welcome, Steffi, Yuna, YY, Sam Winchester. Did I miss anyone? A Simple Simp. I think that's everyone YouTube side. Yuna. Oh, I said hi, Yuna. All right. Both of you did an amazing job. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm really proud of how it turned out. And of course, hilariously, I don't know if you guys noticed, I worked with 2 different producers for the opening and the ending. They are both named David. One of them goes by Legend Dave, as in David, his name, and the other one is David Guthrie Music. So, and I met them actually together. We met because I was looking for instrumentalists for my Mother project from Carol and Tuesday. I did a huge collab thing for Mother. We had 12 main vocalists. I cast someone for every single voice in the original Mother song, and then I brought on was it like 18 people to sing in the final chorus? Like it was like a crazy project. But I was looking for instrumentalists, and then I met Legend Dave and David Guthrie, after which I've been referring to them as the Davids. So I got to work with both Davids for this project, which was really fun. David the legend and David the myth. Exactly. There couldn't be any more Davids in the music industry, really? I mean, they're both hobbyists, so I don't know if it necessarily counts as music industry, but they're both extremely, extremely skilled and talented guitarists. But yeah, I've worked with them for like various projects since the Mother project, so I don't know. It's moments like this that I'm like, I'm really glad that I'm part of the, 'cause sometimes I'm like, would I have been happier if I was one of those like YouTube cover artist / musician people who like didn't have a Twitter, like didn't really interact with the community, just kind of kept to myself? 'Cause like sometimes I really envy the people who are like that. As you guys know, I'm kind of, despite what I look like, I'm quite the introvert. But I also really like people. I'm like a people-liking introvert, which makes it kind of exhausting. But moments like this, I'm like, yeah, thank God I'm like active in the community and like met all these really cool people, because it means I get to collaborate on all these really cool projects. And also like when I can commission people, of course I do it too. So I've had to turn down the commissions a little. Music commissions are really expensive and I am unemployed, so. And music does not make money, guys. I think we got like 50K plays for Jane Doe on Spotify, and I think I made maybe $30 from that. If you want to make money, don't do music, guys. To be fair, it's cover, so it's like I'm getting a cut of its cover licenses are like a portion. Santiago, welcome. The introvert dilemma of wanting to be alone but also being human. Yeah, exactly. I'm like introverted, but not to the point of total isolation. Like I don't think that's good for anybody. So the hard part for me has been finding like a balance of like, I want to hang out with my friends, but I don't want it to drain me to the point where I get depressed. It's hard. You're the apex introvert. I thought that was settled ages ago. Bruna got it. You look like one of those aunts who's plain but badass. What do you mean who's plain? One meal? Yeah, $30. Yup. What a money printing machine. I know, right? Because people are always like, oh, like you have almost 300K subs on YouTube. Like you're an influencer. I'm like, do you know how much money I make on YouTube every month? I'm lucky if we hit $100. Like that's a good month. 4 bobas. Yeah. Nowadays, oh my God, it used to be 10 bobas. Do you remember the days of $3 bobas? Life was good back then. Life was good. You're the only channel of covers that I like. That's a very high praise, Santiago. It sounds like you're not usually a covers person, so I appreciate that. Great person. I love you wholeheartedly. Oh, that's really sweet of you, Lucifer. Thank you very much. I'm happy that you find it bright and warm. Here's the first 100. Thank you, Karma. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super. Measuring money earned in bobas. I used to measure them in, okay, the reason I got really mad when McDonald's changed the price of their chicken nuggets was because it used to be like a perfect $5. So I used to be like, well, I saved $20 because of this sale, which means I can go buy 4 boxes of chicken nuggets at McDonald's. And then they changed the price on me, and I can no longer estimate value of all objects in my life based on how many McChicken nuggets I could have gotten. Granted, it is of course irrelevant now because I'm boycotting McDonald's. It's been irrelevant for a few years, but there were a good few years there where like the McNuggets were how I measured value, because true value is measured in opportunity cost. Economics. I got a word for a hot second. Question, am I stupid or is there some special message method because Ying is responding to things I'm not seeing in chat? Oh, sorry, there's a YouTube chat also. We have 2 chats going at the same time. I am, by the TOS, not allowed to display both chats. So if you're seeing me respond to things that are not showing up in chat, that is what's happening. I apologize. I know it's kind of confusing. Economics. Pinning that. That deserves a pin. I used to count my dumplings, $1 for 4. Oh my God, yeah. I still remember, I was talking to my mom literally when we were making rice cakes on last stream. I was talking to my mom about how there was a boba spot that we used to go to. She gets her dumplings from there now, which is how it came up in conversation, because I was like, where'd you get these dumplings? They're fire. And they're from the spot that we used to frequent when I was really young. It's been around for ages. It's like next to our like Lion supermarket, like the Chinese supermarket. They used to do like, I call it basic bitch boba, which is just like black pearl milk tea. They used to sell that for 75 cents. And my mom would drive, she would drive us up in the little mom van. And my brother and I, what do you want, Sapporo? Where are you? That was a really loud meow, but I do not see her. Where is she? Oh, do you want to be let out? Here you go. Oh, that wasn't what she wanted. I opened the door and then she looked at me like I was stupid. So we'll wait for her next demand. Anyway, my mom would drive us up in the little mom van, and then she would give my brother and I each 3/4. And then we would hop out of the mom van and like jog to the store and trade our 3/4 for a thing of milk tea with pearls in it. And then we would jog back to the car. So that when my mom didn't have to park, she would just like idle outside the shop. And we would walk in with 3/4 each. McDonald's is life. I used to believe that as well, and then they betrayed us. Such an experience, I know. In Chinatown streets, I know. It's truly like, I don't know. I tell these kinds of stories now and I realize I sound like my dad sounded like to me when he was telling me about his like 10-cent like 盐水棒 being experiences in China growing up. Like he would save my mom would save her allowance for snacks on the streets of Shanghai, like walking. She it's called 四味糕 in Shanghainese, which is like 四饭糕, I think. It's like a fried rice block. Like literally, I'm not even kidding. It's just imagine like a block, like a rectangular prism, like a brick of rice, and then they deep fry it so the outside gets all crispy. That was my mom's favorite snack as a child, and she tells stories about how she would like save her allowance to buy like a big block of deep fried rice, just a big ass block. And then how it was always so hot. It was like fresh out of the oil. She had to like pass it between her hands like a hot potato to eat it. She'd be like, yeah, 10 cents. Like, like that's what I sound like now, talking about my like 3/4 to get a pearl milk tea. Never thought geometry would be tasty. I genuinely, hold on. Let me see if I can find a link to what it looks like. 四饭糕. Oh, okay. I see people calling them sticky rice hash browns, which also sounds delicious. Here you go, sticky rice hash browns. Here's a recipe. I dropped it in both chats, and actually as I'm doing that, I'm realizing I didn't finish downloading all of the EPUBs for today that I wanted to show you guys. So let me do that real quick. So on that note, today's plan is to do some fairy tale readings. The true OGs in this chat will remember that like 2 to 3 years ago, I used to want to do a lot of these, and then I got really distracted by Genshin Impact, and the rest is history. But now that this year, because again, unemployed, trying to think of ways to like create maybe some kind of a membership or something like incentive for everyone to consider. Like basically more paid content without paywalling content, if that makes sense. Because I hate paywalling, but I also want to make something worth the member. I was like thinking really hard on this, and I realized that we could bring back the reading streams, and I would do like a clean recording basically, and that would be like something you could download either probably on like a Ko-Fi shop or like Patreon or whatever. I'm trying to figure that part out. But to have some like story, basically like bedtime story style fairy tale readings, because there's a lot of Creative Commons licensed or just public domain like old fairy tales out there now, and I figured it would be like a fun thing. Yeah. Share a bit of good news. I finally got accepted for the course to get my teaching license, and aside from giving even more money to my university, I'm really happy to be closer. Congrats, Maria! Congrats on the acceptance. That's huge. I've also been considering getting a teaching license, so it's fun. Congratulations. Wait, Ying is unemployed. Yes, I am voluntarily unemployed. I quit my job for AI reasons. I quit my job for a lot of reasons, AI being in the top 3. But now I just say I quit my job for AI reasons. It's like easier to explain myself. I feel like I say I quit my job for AI reasons, and then people just kind of like nod knowingly, you know, as opposed to I quit my job for I don't know, there's a lot of the other reasons are like kind of harder to explain. Like I was sitting around doing nothing all day at work and felt really bad about it. And then people look at me like, you had a job where they let you do nothing and it was fine and you quit it? And I was like, it's more complicated than that, but that's what it felt like to me, yeah. How did you manage to stay afloat without the job? It's been a year now since I've had income, and it's the reason I've been able to stay afloat is because the job that I had was in tech. So I have, the math that I did is I should last 3 to 5 years, I think, without a job. So I'm just gonna chill until things get dire, and then I'll figure it out from there. I feel like I'd make a good teacher, right, Mr. Chan? I feel like I got it in me. I'm so overexposed again. The sun is attacking me. I love you, but not right now. Sorry. Okay. Now I'm underexposed. The AI bros, I know, right? My job was literally, I mean, you guys have heard this from me plenty of times. I don't have to say it again, but that's what my job became. My job became convincing everyone at my company that they should use the AI tooling that leadership was forcing down their throats, and I didn't want to do it anymore, so. Good teacher material? Thank you. I actually really enjoy teaching. Like, one of my favorite things, one of my passion things, one of the ways I tried to keep my sanity through those years of working in tech on stuff I didn't believe in, was by doing mentorship. Like, I was doing a lot. I did like Girls Who Code. I did one, it was called like Spark something or other. There was like a program I was part of where we would mentor kids from like underserved communities nearby, et cetera, et cetera. Like, it was stuff like that that really kept me literally alive. And so I was like, if that stuff matters to me so much and I need like a job that I actually believe in, I feel like teaching would be a really obvious choice. Yeah, so I'm considering it. I don't know for sure yet. The curious task of Echidnugmix is to demonstrate to Mickey D's how little they really know about what they imagine they can fry. What the hell, Karma? Thank you for the super, though. What does that mean? I think teaching would fit you very well. Thank you, YY. Oh, I see. I see your dilemma, Sapporo. Hold on. I see. Okay. She wanted to jump on my bed, but the blanket was like covering her ledge that she uses. Anyway. Oh, thank you for the watch streak, Ty-ST. Wait, are you on both YouTube and Twitch right now? Okay. Anyway, we were talking about the goal. So since I've been thinking about like ways to monetize content without paywalling it, I think readings would be a good way. And so today I have a bunch of like public domain fairy tale books that I figured we could look through and choose stories from. Sapporo, what are you yelling about now? She figured it out. She doesn't need me. I was like, what is it now? She's been so vocal today. Which bones are longest? Oh, because we're talking. Oh, yeah. Enjoy your lyric, Allison. She's yelling. She's yelling. Okay. So I have like 2 volumes of Andersen's fairy tales. I have some Korean fairy tales. I have Grimm's also. These are all public domain, which means I can do whatever I want with them. If we feel like we want to edit them, I can do that too. I don't know that I will, but I can literally do that too. Let's see. There's like, okay, the thing is, I also found like, because it's public domain, these are all older translations. And so some of them are like Chinese, Japanese, Korean folktales. And I was like, interesting. But they're translated by like white men who existed many decades prior. And I don't know if I trust them. Like, not to completely rule it out, you know what I mean? But I feel like just skimming through them, I was like, it's the Orientalism sure is present. Like their use of language back then around East Asian folklore was a very, very different time. So anyway, I have a lot of options for us to consider. And so we can look through them and then maybe pick a few top contenders and then vote on a top choice is what I'm thinking. I think we should start with the classics. I think we should start with like Grimm and Andersen and see. Wait, did I already download this one? I think I did. Okay, cool. I too would be wary. You know how it is. Sapporo's the protagonist featuring Wugs. We can do a special Wug series. Sorry, I'm just steeping tea real quick. I think she needs help getting under the covers. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I got you. Alright. What's this? What do you think? Not good enough? You got it. Meow indeed. She got it. We got her in. Okay. Meow. I was told I'm gonna make a good teacher, but I'm a little worried about how much they make. Yeah, that is part of the concern for me also. But I think, I guess that's the difference with me like selling my soul to tech for a good 7 years of my life, is that I think I have enough savings that like what's in my 401k now traditional IRA, I had to transfer it, but my retirement account is like looking fine. I think with standard compounding estimations, it should be enough, which means I don't have to put anything more into savings. So if I were to get a relatively low paying job in like the next year or two, I think I would be okay. I don't know. I just like the idea that like human lives are actually pretty long and that we should live them in chapters, or for some of us, we like to live them in chapters. I think I'm one of those people. I think I'm a chapter guy. So, you know, maybe this is like a Honkai Impact 3rd thing that came up, or I was thinking about it in context of Free Rent also, that when you talk about like immortal beings who live long lives, that it's kind of like a sequence of lives rather than one contiguous long existence. And I've thought about that like a lot, and I realized that like, that's kind of how I want. I'm not immortal by any means, but I want to. Thank God I'm not immortal, honestly. But I want to live my life like that, as a series of like contiguous stories, not like one really long, messy thing. They're gonna tell fairy tales in the future about the magical creature that sold its soul to tech. Like instead of making a deal with the devil, it's making a deal with corporate tech. Chapters are good for not losing your place, but maybe your place is before the place you stop sometimes. Well said, Karma. Well said. Very poetic. Okay, let me show you guys what I have. So, oops, this is actually kind of out of whack right now. Let me fix that. Guys, Drag Path dropped. The music video dropped a few days ago, and I literally haven't been able to stop thinking about it this whole time. Just like borderline obsessed with this fucking 21 Pilots song. Can't help it. It's just so good. It's just so good. I've been thinking about doing like an acapella cover. Because the harmony lines on it are so interesting too. Okay, anyways. Let me go back to... Why isn't this working? My options. So, for those of you who don't know, this is an open source e-reader that I like for Windows. On Mac, I tend to just use Apple Books, to be honest. It's pretty good. But this is called Freda, F-R-E-D-A. And there's a lot of options here, but like I said, I kind of want us to start with either Grimm or Anderson. So let's look at Grimm's first, and then tell me if there are any stories you guys see. I'll go to table of contents. Tell me if there's anything you guys see that look interesting. I really love the illustrations too. That's one of the things I love. Once saw a job ad about teaching autistic people and saw their salaries were much higher than like a senior engineering position in my industry. That's nuts, actually. I didn't know that. In my side of the world, I feel like special ed teachers are paid peanuts, actually. Like they don't get paid nearly enough for the work that they do. It's hard work. Whenever I read fairy, I always insert the sparkle emoji. Old man Steptoe is here to call me a yummy gumdrop. That is a pet name I have not heard before now. Choi Tae, welcome also. Total pay is not great. I think it depends on what area. You can see how much you will make exactly. Oh, yeah. I think New York regulates that, right? Like they require employers to disclose the pay. Hello, Milo. Milo? Can we do less well-known Grimms? I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. So we'll put it up to a vote. No worries. So... I think this is supposed to be 2-hour American Boys and Girls. Why is it like this? Okay. Andrew Lang is a name I keep coming across when I go through fairy tales. I have yet to actually look into what his deal is. There's some notes about the illustrations. Can I zoom out at all? Acknowledgements. Okay, table of contents. So I'll just read them out to you guys and call out, just shout out anything in chat that you see catches your eye. There's a few, I think we are probably thinking of doing lesser known, right? If possible. I would appreciate that. But there are some you'll definitely recognize, I think. So we have the Frog King, or alternate title Iron Henry, the Wolf and the Seven Little Kids, Rapunzel, of course, Little Brother and Little Sister, the Star Money, the Fisherman and his Wife, the White Snake, Hansel and Gretel, the Seven Ravens, Ash Maiden, the Elves and the Shoemaker, the Three Brothers, the Table Set Thyself, Gold Ass, and Cudgel Out of the Sack. Iron John, Clever Elsie, the Bremen Town Musicians, the Six Swans, the Poor Miller's Boy and the Cat. Some of these you're gonna think you don't know them, and then we're gonna go look at them, and you're gonna be like, oh, I know this one. We like know them under a different title. Little Red Cap, King Thrushbeard, The Gold Children, Little Snow White, Rumpelstiltskin. Ash Maiden is a cool title, right? Everyone's like, gold ass? Suzu says The Ravens. Johan, hello! Happy 51 months. Thank you for the resub. You guys want gold ass this bad? Little Briar Rose, the Three Little Men in the Wood, the Golden Bird, the Queen Bee, Bird Found, the Golden Goose. The Golden Goose is not what you think it is also. I actually was skimming that the other day. Mother, would that be Holly probably? The Two Travelers, Jorinda and Joringle? I don't know if I'm reading that right. How Six Men Got On in the World. There's a lot. The Goose Girl, the Singing Soaring Lark, Dr. Know-It-All. Ash Maiden sounds like a Dark Souls thing. You're right. You're right. JJ's like, Gold Donkey? Gold Ass versus Mother Hole. Wait, that James Bond villain? I am by default partial to geese. I pick. The Shoes That Were Danced to Pieces. Wait, where was I? No, the Blue Light, the Spindle, the Shuttle, and the Needle. The Three Luck Children, the Donkey Cabbages. The Donkey Cabbages. Clever Hans, the Iron Stove. Sweet Porridge, Snow White and the Rose Red. The Hedge King, One Eye, Two Eyes, and Three Eyes. The Goose Girl, the Well, the Shoes That Were Danced to Pieces, the Nix in the Mill Pond, the Little House in the Wood. Mercedes, welcome. Oops, I clicked something I shouldn't have. And then Maid Malene. I know that's quite a lot. It seems like everyone's quite drawn to gold ass. Let me put on Do Not Disturb. Sorry. 1 second. Do Not Disturb. Let's say for an hour. Okay. Have you seen Happily Never After? Solid A- movie. No. But I have watched the Dimension 20 campaign Never After, which was a solid A+ campaign. Love it. Never After made me like D&D more. I feel like before D&D was just kind of like a mechanism by which I got to hang out with my friends and do goofy stuff. After I watched Never After, I was like, oh, I finally see the storytelling potential of D&D as like an improv exercise. Like I get it now. There's the Goose Girl and the Goose Girl sequel. Emerson, welcome. Okay, so are you guys, it sounds like everyone's pretty set on gold ass. Hold on, how long is that one? 89 to 105. That's a longer one. That's like a 20 pager. Let's just jump to it. That's the illustration. Little table set thyself, gold ass, and cudgel out of the sack. I guess this is was once upon a time. Why is the formatting all, let me see, hold on. How do I decrease the font size? You would think that would be obvious, but I actually was trying to do this earlier and I like could not figure it out. It like wasn't in the menu. Screen controls, page edges, tap word. Keyboard, presets. It's not, that wasn't it. Their ass once. Text bottom option. Text bottom option? Text bottom option? Text. Oh, font size. Let's go to, oh, I see why I did 42. I thought I was being funny. Okay, let's see if that's a little better. Maybe that'll fix it. Hello? That doesn't look any different. Well, there is. What are you going to read about? I'm using Frida. It's a free open source, I believe, EPUB reader. The ASMR are going to be wild today. You ready for it? I should sip more tea so I have minimal vocal clicking. Okay. Well, let's skim this real quick to make sure it's what we want. There's a goat involved. A goat and a tailor. Where's the donkey? You promised me a gold ass. Brickle Brit. This is long, guys. This might be the whole stream. Are you sure? Because I think either we get 2 short stories or 1 long one. Let's look through a few other options just so I can give you guys something to vote on. Yeah. How do I go back to Oh, these chapters are all messed up, huh? We'll just jump back here. It was a gold pass. Okay. What else was there that you guys called out? I heard 7 Ravens from, was that Suzu earlier for 7 Ravens? Anything else? The Star Money? Yeah, I did see multiple of you guys say Star Money. Thank you, Yuna, for the reminder. Star Money, this one. Let's take, oh, that one's really short. We can go skim that. Little girl whose father and mother were dead. It's about an orphan, and it's extremely short. Maybe it's too short. That might be too short. Oh yeah, Ash Maiden. Yes, good call. Oh, what page number even was the... Let's just see. Let's just see what 10 takes us to. The forward. Okay. Table of contents is on 13. That's easy to remember. Cool. And then let's look at Ash Maiden. Donkey cabbages for ass quota. You're so right. A rich man fell sick. A woman with 2 daughters. There's a little white bird. This one is also on the long side, but it's a little shorter. I think we could probably do this for sure. Cool. Okay. Let's then choose between... Oh, right. No, you guys also wanted to see cabbages. My cabbages! Why isn't this working? I don't know why it wasn't working. Where was it? Ash Maiden. Where's the donkey? Donkey? Donkey cabbages. I found it. 276. Oh, this one also looks not too long. It's like 11 pages. A young huntsman. Quick skim. Giants. And a witch. And a beautiful maiden fell on her knees before him. Okay, cool. Let's set up a vote. So I'll set up polls on both sides. Which one? Which one first? And our options are donkey, cabbage, Ash Maiden, and what was the other one that wasn't too long or too short? Gold ass? Gold ass? Gold ass. Okay. Twitch poll is started. Let me set up the YouTube one. Start a poll. Which one first? We have donkey, cabbage, Ash Maiden. Oh, sorry, I forgot to look at 7 Ravens, huh? It's okay. I'm gonna try to be as efficient as I can be, and then maybe there will be time to check out that one after. Okay, YouTube poll is also started. Torodoko, hello, welcome. Gold ass was just right. Where's your maiden? No maidens? I love that Megamind meme so much. It's like one of my favorite profile pictures that I've ever had was I did the no maidens face, but like I wrote no boba on it. One of my proudest creations. Looks like Gold Ass might... Oh, looks like Donkey Cabbage might win. Although YouTube is wholeheartedly voting for Gold Ass. Oh! We have a tie Twitch side. So YouTube will have to be our tiebreaker. Ash Maiden versus Gold Ass, it looks like right now on YouTube side. Do we have any more votes? 8 votes so far, YouTube side. My maiden needs both. You know it. You know it. No cabbage on YouTube. My cabbages! Okay, it looks like we have 10 votes now on YouTube. So that's 7 votes for Gold Ass, which I do think pulls it solid. There's no votes for Donkey Cabbage YouTube side, guys. Oh, 11 votes now. So it looks like Gold Ass is gonna win. That one is quite long. You guys are forewarned. It may take a while, and it may not even be a very good story. I've skimmed through a lot of these, and I'm like, I wonder if I should like pre-screen more of these so I can tell you guys. I know that one sounds enticing, but it ain't all that. So we'll find out. You know what? Let's set this policy. If we start reading and we're like, that's either like really uncomfortable or not interesting, we'll just abort. We'll give ourselves the permission to abort. I think that's totally fair. Can you let me jump? Straight up not working. I might have to update. It's been a while. Okay, let's go to Gold Ass. Can we just get a picture book? That would be nice, wouldn't it? But most of those are... Technically, this is a picture book. Technically, this one has illustrations. Choose chapter. Here we go. So, you guys voted for Gold Ass. Because of course you did. But remember, the full title is Little Table Set Thyself, Gold Ass, and Cudgel Out of the Sack. So, Star Money is a bonus. You're right. You know what? Let's do Star Money as a warm-up. Let's do Star Money, because it's so short. Let's just do Star Money as a warm-up, and then we'll go to Gold Ass. Deal? Shake on it? Shake on it? Okay. I can't read so good, says Dora Doggle. It's okay. You're valid. Thank you everyone for voting. We're all here for the ass. It's grim. They're all uncomfortable. That's actually not true. That's not true. There's quite a few Grimm's fairy tales that are not uncomfortable. I think the funniest thing is sometimes you read the foreword for these and there's like a note from the translator and the translator is like, yeah, so these are picture books and storybooks written for children. And so I have translated it with that in mind. However, I feel like I must give everyone the warning that this was written in a time where what was considered appropriate or inappropriate for children was very different from now. So I've made minor corrections in my translation to adjust for like appropriateness with children. And I think that's so funny to read because we've been through like several decades since the translators wrote those forewords where they were like, yeah, like it's a little inappropriate, so I adjusted it. I'm like, it's like even less appropriate for children now. It's crazy. I'm like, so you're telling me the versions that we read where we were like, wow, that's crazy. She cut her feet off. Like, and this is a children's story. Like those are the versions that you guys already censored to make more appropriate for kids. That's nuts. Sean's like, I'm wheezing. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. All right. Deal. So I'm actually recording on the side. I'm going to pull my mic a little closer. I'm going to test the recording on Audition so I can give you guys a clean one. A clean take after. Test, 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 test. Okay, speaking really quietly. This is a whisper. This is not a yell, but like a little bit louder because it's probably as loud as I'm going to get. Okay, it's not peaking. Let's hear it real quick. I'm just going to put on a quick compressor. Let's see what that sounds like. Here, you guys can hear it with me. I'll mute the BGM real quick. Oh, Jovalie, thank you for the raid. You guys came right in time. We're literally just about to start our warm-up story. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great timing. Let me zoom in on this a little so you guys can see it better. How's that? I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty solid. Cool. Jovi raid, indeed. What were you guys up to? Let me do a shout out. Jovalie. Danganronpa. Dingus Rompus. Dang it, Ron Paul. Love that game. Only played / read through the first one. Back in the days when all the translations were on like dedicated Tumblr pages. That's how far back it is for me. Welcome, welcome. Hydrate. Yes, thank you, Shin. That's a good point. You guys came right in time. We're doing a fairy tale reading today. It's going to be cozy and probably a little bit unsettling because we're starting with Grimm's. And if you guys know anything about the Brothers Grimm, my goodness. My goodness, do it get dark. One of my favorite, I think it's a Grimm's fairy tale, right? Not Anderson? I think it's Grimm's. Have you guys read the Red Shoes? It's one of my favorites. It's like the girl who just like really loved her red shoes and kept wearing it to like, the reason I didn't want to read it is because she kept wearing it to like church and it was considered inappropriate. And I was like, there's a lot of like church mentions here and I just don't really want to do that. I think like a guardsman like curses them and then she can't stop dancing when she wears them. And then like she dances so hard that her grandma, like her adoptive mother / grandmother, literally dies of illness, and she's like dancing so hard in these cursed shoes that she can't take care of her grandmother. Her grandmother dies. And she can't even help. And then she's like so upset that she asks the town executioner to cut her feet off at the ankle. And like the moral of the story is that you should listen to what your parents tell you to do. Like if they say those shoes are not appropriate to wear, maybe don't. It's like so crazy to me. So as much as I say that today's going to be a cozy stream, it's also going to be probably a little bit weird. Thank you, Jovalie, also for the raid. And I'm glad you think that my voice is suited for this. I'm going to try my best to do the NPR voice that I call it. The moral is don't show your ankles in church, Harlan. Are you sure this isn't Old Testament? You're so right. Damn, a girl can't wear cute shoes. That's what I'm saying, Steffi. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Evening Music, thanks for the follow. Rin is rating also. Welcome. You guys came right on time. Oh, Rin came right on time. So as a little sneak peek, I can't guarantee how this is going to shake up exactly, but I'm hoping to recruit Rin to read some of the lines in these for me. Especially when there's like many characters and I want a little more diversity in the narration. I'm going to invite Rin to cover some dialogue lines for me. That'll probably happen offline rather than on stream so I can minimally waste Rin's time. But it's good to see you, Rin. You came right on the heels of Jovi's raid. I'm getting doubly rated. Wait, technically it's a double Jovi raid. That's crazy. That's exciting. I was just using all kinds of voices and accents today. Were you also doing you were reading Super Mario RPG. I see. That sounds fun. That's what I like Deltarune and Undertale for. I just like read all these wacky fucking voices. Rin voice lines. Yeah, I'm really hoping to loop Rin on this. So hopefully it'll shake out and we'll have some fun things to offer you guys on like Ko-Fi or Patreon or wherever it is we decide to put this. But again, I feel pretty good about it because I'm like, we're not paywalling it because we're reading it live on stream. It's just if you want a clean copy, you know? Okay, you guys came right as I was sound checking my mic. So real quick, let's see how this sounds. This is not a yell, but like a little bit louder. Test. Okay, speaking really quietly. This is a whisper. This is not a yell, but like a little bit louder. Okay, that actually looks pretty promising. Did that sound okay to you? I'm just monitoring the like soundboard. It looks okay on my end. So if that sounded okay to you guys, we're just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna start recording. We're gonna turn on the BGM. Wait, should I get a spooky, scary BGM for us? Hold on. Let's get like eerie. Like atmospheric. Hold on. Maybe like I heard the tea being swallowed last hydrate. That's crazy. Okay, let me like make sure that it's not AI. You really can never know nowadays. Like so many of these like like ambient music or like lo-fi whatever. It's like all AI bullshit now. I need to eat your keyboard for real. Sounds so juicy. I know, right? I really like it. It's like between creamy and thocky. And look at the beautiful colors. I'm such a fan. I really am glad I finally upgraded my keyboard. Okay, it's not even technically an upgrade. Technically it's a downgrade. This one's cheaper than my last keyboard was. I really wanted a TKL though, and this is a 65%, so alas. I'll find my perfect 10 keyless someday. Okay, this one's from 6 years ago. Surely it's not AI. I'm gonna jump ahead a little. I think this is pretty solid. This is pretty good. Okay. I think it's a little loud though, so I'm gonna cut the volume in half. Okay, how's that? Do we feel pretty good about the music? We could just use lo-fi beats. We could. I can twerk to that. You know what? I respect it. Liz, you should get it. I'm also white, green, brown. Some grim music, exactly, Maria. Yuna and Hermit, thank you. I really like this keyboard. Okay, shall we? I can twerk to that in my red shoes. Help. Okay, here we go. Here goes nothing. I was actually hoping that when I made a clean version for this that I could maybe do like a watercolor or something for it too, for the cover. But we'll see. I'll play with the idea. We're just here to experiment today. Okay, I'm gonna start recording. Anyways. The Star Money by the Brothers Grimm. I should double check actually how you, is it the Brothers Grimm? Yeah, it is the Brothers Grimm. Or the Grimm Brothers. Posh Brait. I'm gonna have to refund that because I'm not doing this entire reading. Well, I guess I could because it's so short. Okay, we'll do it. I really don't know, but then we won't have the recording. But it's just a warm-up anyway. I don't think I'd publish this one, so it's perfect. Okay. Posh German. I don't think so. I don't know what that would sound like. Okay, the Star Money. There was once upon a time a little girl whose father and mother were dead. She was so poor that she no longer had any room to live in or bed to sleep in. At last, she had nothing else but the clothes she was wearing and a little bit of bread in her hand, which some charitable soul had given her. She was, however, good and pious. And as she was thus forsaken by all the world, she went forth into the open country, trusting in the good God. Then a poor man met her, who said, "Oh, give me something to eat. I am so hungry." She reached him the whole of her piece of bread and said, "May God bless it to your use," and went onward. Then came a child who moaned and said, "My head is so cold. Give me something to cover it with." So she took off her hood and gave it to him. And when she had walked a little farther, she met another child who had no jacket and was frozen with cold. Then she gave it her own. A little farther on, one begged for a frock. She gave that away also. At length, she got into a forest, and it had already become dark, and there came yet another child, and asked for a little shirt. The good little girl thought to her, girl? That doesn't sound right for some reason. The good little girl thought to herself, "It is a dark night, and no one sees me. I can very well give my little shirt away," and took it off, and gave it away also. And she so stood, and had not one single thing left. Then suddenly some stars from heaven fell down, and they were nothing else but hard, smooth pieces of money. And although she had just given her little shirt away, lo! She had a new one, which was of the very finest linen. Then she gathered together the money into this, and was rich all the days of her life. The end. That was our little warm-up. In a British accent, because you guys are fucking weird. But thank you for the redeemed, I know. I hope you enjoyed that. If only God did that, I know, right? I feel like if I were to do a rewrite and if I were to do a rereading, the first thing I would do is like remove all mentions of God. Not that I'm like a super angry atheist, but just that I want it to be more agnostic and, you know, not leaning in one particular direction or another. This is very soothing. I'm glad. A rushed happy ending. Truly just like, and then the stars fall from the sky and she got a bunch of money and she was rich forever for the rest of her life. The end. Yeah, I'm gonna take a sippy of tea and then we'll read Gold Ass. Oh, Rin and Jovi, since you guys didn't see the vote, I gave chat a bunch of options and of course they voted for Gold Ass. That's not even the title, okay? The full title is, hold on, let's pull it up and I'll show you guys the full title. I'll show you. It's like over here or something. The full title is Wait, where the hell did it go? Oh, little table set thyself, gold ass and cudgel out of the sack. I think it is 3 stories actually, Karma. I think it is. It sounds like 3 stories. But when we were scrolling through it, I didn't see any dividers, right? Like it just kind of kept going. Like look at this. So I'm not sure. Sometimes people are like, how do you do a British accent? And I'm like, just pretend you've got a tennis ball in your mouth and you've got to speak around it. There's like a roundness. My jaw just cracked. It's cursed. A gold ass is hard to walk with. I should know. Justin, is that the gold ass you're twerking with in red shoes? It's like, does that rhyme in German or something? It's actually very likely. Yeah. TMJ queen. All right. That may be the government name, but friends call it gold ass. All right, fair. That's totally fair. Okay. In that test run, did we feel pretty good about the audio levels? Let me reopen this curtain. Fuck. Okay, that's not the worst thing that's happened. My plant just fell and it like fell like this, so all the dirt just... Motherfucker. Shit. Oh, that's so bad. I don't want to deal with that right now. Can I? I'm just gonna leave. There's a literal dirt pile on my carpet now, and I'm not. You can't make me. You can't make me. I'm not cleaning that. I'm fucking not. I'm literally like, let me see if I can show you an illustration. Like, I had a, like this, oh shit, this guy's dying, huh? Anyways, I disregard my plants all through the winter, so they winter very poorly. It had like a tall like moss pole in it. It's a Swiss cheese plant, like vined up literally to this tall, and then this top bit got caught in the curtain as I was opening it, and the whole thing went like this, and it fell upside down, so all the dirt came out. Oops, water came out of this one just now. Anyway, not great. That's the atmosphere. You're right. We need a bit of dirt and grime to make the Brothers Grimm stories land properly. You're so correct. That was an authentic F-bomb. Fuck. Bye, Justin. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good day twerking. The British did it. You're so right. You're so right. Okay, if sound is okay for you guys, we're gonna go. All right. Do I say the Brothers Grimm? Do we feel good about that? Grimm. Brothers Grimm. Yeah, I feel like they're referred to everywhere as the Brothers Grimm, so we're gonna run with it. Bye, Liz. Good night. Sleep well. I forget how late it is for you. How much time do I have? I think I have a 6 p.m. commitment. Yeah, so I have exactly an hour and a half. So we got this. Surely an hour and a half is doable, right? All right, good night, y'all. Have a good one. Here we go. I'm gonna record on the second track for this one, actually. All right, recording is set. We're all good. YouTube looks, sometimes it crashes. Let me just check. YouTube looks good. Twitch looks good. All right, we're all set. Little table set thyself, gold ass, and cudgel out of the sack, by the Brothers Grimm. I just gotta get the giggles out of the way. Okay. We'll be giggling more. Don't you worry. There was once upon a time a tailor who had 3 sons and only 1 goat. But as the goat supported the whole of them with her milk, she was obliged to have good food and to be taken every day to pasture. The sons, therefore, did this in turn. Once, the eldest took her to the churchyard, where the finest herbs were to be found, and let her eat and run about there. At night, when it was time to go home, he asked, "Goat, have you had enough?" The goat answered, "I have eaten so much. Not a little I'll touch. Ma! Ma!" Sorry. That was the voice that came to me instinctively for the goat. "I have eaten so much, not a leaf more I'll touch. Ma! Ma!" "Come then," said the youth. "Oh, come home then," said the youth. and took hold of the cord. Oops. Chaotic goat voice. I'm gonna start from here. Come home then. I can't, I still have like a laugh in my voice. Come home then, said the youth, and took hold of the cord round her neck, led her into the stable, and tied her up securely. Well, said the old tailor, has the goat had as much food as she ought? Oh, answered the son, she has eaten so much, not a leaf more she'll touch. But the father wished to satisfy himself, and went down to the stable, stroked the dear animal, and said, Goat, are you satisfied? The goat answered, With what should I be satisfied? Among the graves I leaped about, among the graves I leapt about, and found no food, so went without. Ma! Ma! What do I hear? Cried the tailor, and ran upstairs and said to the youth, Hello, you liar! My jaw just cracked again while I said, hello. It's still going, it's still cracking. Goat, are you satisfied? I have a name! Goated goat voice. Well said, Herman. What's the saying on this channel? This horse is the goat. Damn, that lion-ass goat. Exactly. Why? Okay. What do I hear? Cried the tailor, and ran upstairs and said to the youth, Hello, you liar! You said the goat had had enough and have let her go hungry. And in his anger, he took the yard measure from the wall and drove him out with blows. Oh no. We're beating our children in the Brothers Grimm. Truly a different time period. Gonna gut this goat for lying. The hardest thing for me is I talk really fast, so I always speed up. Like, as I'm reading, I start out pretty slow, and then I go faster. I go in faster and faster. You know, like, danda hayaku naru. Slow down. Next day, it was the turn of the second son, who looked out for a place in the fence of the garden, where nothing but good herbs grew, and the goat cleared them all off. At night, when he wanted to go home, he asked, Goat, are you satisfied? The goat answered, I have eaten so much, not a leaf more I'll touch. Ma! Ma! Come home then, said the youth, and led her home and tied her up in the stable. Well, said the old tailor, has the goat had as much food as she ought? Oh, answered the son, she has eaten so much, not a leaf more she'll touch. The tailor would not rely on this, but went down to the stable and said, Goat, have you had enough? The goat answered, With what should I be satisfied? Among the graves I leapt about, and found no food, so went without. Ma! Ma! Every time, it's like harder and harder every time to do that. Ma! Ma! The godless wretch, cried the tailor, to let such a good animal go hungry. And he ran up and drove the youth out of doors with the yard measure. Now came the turn of the third son. Oops. Ma! Rayon's son? Am I reading that right? Welcome. Thanks for the follow. Now came the turn of the third son, who wanted to do the thing well, and sought out some bushes with the finest leaves, and let the goat devour them. In the evening, when he wanted to go home, he asked, Goat, have you had enough? The goat answered, I have eaten so much, not a leaf more I'll touch. Ma! Ma! Come home then, said the youth, and led her into the stable and tied her up. Well, said the old tailor, has the goat had a proper amount of food? She has eaten so much, not a leaf more she'll touch. The tailor did not trust to that, but went down and asked, Goat, have you had enough? The wicked beast answered, With what should I be satisfied? Among the graves I leapt about, and found no leaves, so went without. Ma! Ma! Oh, the brood of liars, cried the tailor, each as wicked and forgetful of his duty as the other. Ye shall no longer make a fool of me. And, quite beside himself with anger, he ran upstairs and belabored the poor young fellow so vigorously with the yard measure that he sprang out of the house. The old tailor was now alone with his goat. Next morning he went down into the stable, caressed the goat, and said, Come, my dear animal, I myself will take you to feed. He took her by the rope and conducted her to green hedges, and amongst milfoil and whatever else goats like to eat. There you may for once eat to your heart's content, said he to her, and let her browse till evening. Then he asked, Goat, "Are you satisfied?" She replied, "I have eaten so much, not a leaf more I'll touch. Ma! Ma!" "Come home then," said the tailor, and led her into the stable and tied her fast. When he was going away, he turned round again and said, "Well, are you satisfied for once?" But the goat did not behave better to him and cried, "With what should I be satisfied? Among the graves I leapt about and found no leaves, so went without. Ma! Ma!" When the tailor heard that, he was shocked and saw clearly that he had driven away his 3 sons without cause. "Wait, you ungrateful creature," cried he. "It is not enough to drive you forth. I will mark you so that you will no more dare to show yourself amongst honest tailors." In great haste, he ran upstairs, fetched his razor, lathered the goat's head, and shaved her as clean as the palm of his hand. Sorry, I just imagine if Sapporo pissed me off so much one day that I decided to shave her as clean as the palm of my hand. When you love a goat more than your children. I know, right? Weird punishment, but okay, what the Be strong. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my bald Poro. Okay, continue. And as the yard measure would have been too good for her, he brought the horsewhip and gave her such cuts with it that she ran away with mighty leaps. You know a goat is evil if they're bald. Bald goat. Long welcome, ma. Bald, yeah. Okay. When the tailor was thus left quite alone in his house, he fell into great grief and would gladly have had his sons back again, but no one knew whither they were gone. The eldest had apprenticed himself to a joiner and learned industriously and unweariedly, and when the time came for him to go on his travels, his master presented him with a little table which had no unusual appearance and was made of common wood, but it had one good property. If anyone put it down and said, "Little table, set thyself," the good little table was at once covered with a clean little cloth. And a plate was there, and a knife. Oops. I'm a bad father. No, it's the children who are wrong. Thanks for the super karma. Indeed. You can't gaslight me. Let me get a little sip. I feel like my mouth is clicking a little. Was the tailor's name Gullible? I can't just imagine trusting like a goat over your own sons. Honestly, as the eldest daughter of 2 immigrant parents, I can see it. They would trust a goat over me. They would. Okay. And a plate was there, and a knife and fork beside it, and dishes with boiled meats and roasted meats, as many as there was room for, and a great glass of red wine shone so that it made the heart glad. The young journeyman thought, "With this you have enough for your whole life," and went joyously about the world, and never troubled himself whether an inn was good or bad, or if anything was to be found in it or not. When it suited him, he did not enter an inn at all, but either in the plain, a wood, a meadow, or wherever he fancied, he took his little table off his back, set it down before him, and said, "Little table, set thyself." And then everything appeared that his heart desired. It's like Willy Wonka's magic gum, the one that gives you a full Thanksgiving, like 6-course meal. Maybe the goat was a secret fourth son. If a goat was talking, I think we would all trust it a little. That's actually fair. That's fair. I'd be like, this goat is magic. Okay. At length, he took it into his head to go back to his father, whose anger would now be appeased, and who would now willingly receive him with his wishing table. It came to pass that on his way home he arrived one evening at an inn which was filled with guests. They bade him welcome and invited him to sit and eat with them, for otherwise he would have difficulty in getting anything. "No," answered the joiner, "I will not take the few bites out of your mouths. Rather than that, you shall be my guests." They laughed and thought he was joking. He, however, placed his wooden little table in the middle of the room and said, "Little table, set thyself." Instantly, it was covered with food, so good that the host could never have procured it. Blech. So good that the host could never have procured it, and the smell of it arose pleasantly to the noses of the guests. "Fall to, dear friends," said the joiner. And the guests, when they saw that he meant it, did not need to be asked twice, but drew near, pulled out their knives, and attacked it valiantly. And what surprised them most was that when a dish became empty, a full one instantly took its place. The innkeeper stood in one corner and watched the doings. He did not know what to say, but thought, I could easily find use for such a cook as that in my kitchen. Imagine your parents asking you to set the table, but all you have to do is tell the table to do itself. Convenient. I feel like that's how the AI bros think AI works. Vibe code. A game for me. Make it like GTA. Boom. I think that's how they imagine it works. Whoever's sending hearts on YouTube, I see you. Fortnite, but GTA. Yeah, exactly. That's what the vibe coders sound like. There's actually a Slavic fable about a tablecloth who sets the table. Wait, really? Actually, one of the fairy tale books I downloaded was, oh, I don't think it was Slavic, though. I think it was Nordic. But probably there's, like, some mythology crossover, right? Okay. Get a little closer to the mic. The joiner and his comrades made merry until late into the night. At length, they lay down to sleep, and the young apprentice also went to bed and set his magic table against the wall. The host's thoughts, however, let him have no rest. It occurred to him that there was a little old table in his lumber room, which looked just like the apprentice's, and he brought it out quite softly and exchanged it for the wishing table. Next morning, the joiner paid for his bed, took up his table, never thinking that he had got a false one, and went his way. At midday, he reached his father, who received him with great joy. "Well, my dear son, what have you learnt?" said he to him. "Father, I have become a joiner." "A good trade," replied the old man. "But what have you brought back with you from your, what have you brought, I almost said internship." Once a tech brain, always a tech brain. "But what have you brought back with you from your apprenticeship?" "Father, the best thing which I have brought back with me is this little table." The tailor examined it on all sides and said, "You did not make a masterpiece when you made that. It is a bad old table." "But it is a table which furnishes itself," replied the son. "When I put it down and tell it to set itself, the most beautiful dishes stand on it, and a wine which also gladdens the heart. Just invite all your relations and friends. They shall refresh and enjoy themselves for once, for the table will give them all they require." When the company was assembled, he put his table in the middle of the room and said, "Little table, set thyself." Check this out. This ain't shit, son. Exactly. Is it the Asian parenting? Truly, truly. I just think it's crazy that he didn't think to like, well, that's how you know it wasn't like Asian parenting. He wasn't raised like that. Because I feel like I would be so paranoid. I would have like stress tested it 5 times before telling my mom that that's how it worked. If it's one side of the cloth, we'll be rude and give bad food. But if you flip it, it's nice and give you good and lavish food. That sounds like a banger fable. I'm gonna look it up. Slavic fable tablecloth. The magic tablecloth. Gateway to Russia.com. Cool. Agrarian tradition. Interesting. I want to see if I can find like an actual. Oh, there's like Ukrainian versions, it looks like. Anyway, I'll look it up. Okay. Also doesn't say welcome home. Irish parenting. The second embarrassment. I know, I'm like dreading. Dreading what's next. Alright. Here we go. But the little table did not bestir itself and remained just as bare as any other table which did not understand language. Then the poor apprentice became aware that his table had been changed and was ashamed at having to stand there like a liar. The relations, however, mocked him and were forced to go home without having eaten or drunk. The father brought out his patches and began to tailor again, but the son went to a master in the craft. The second son had gone to a miller and had apprenticed himself to him. When his years were over, the master said, "As you have conducted yourself so well, I give you an ass of a I couldn't even read peculiar. I was focused so hard on saying ass without laughing that I fucked up the word after it. I hate it when my table changes. Yeah. Quantico, welcome. Feels like every story's moral is if you have a magic omnipotent item, never ever tell anyone about it or look at. So yeah, truly, it's like if you win the lottery, don't tell people. Type beat. Gold ass, let's go! Finally here! I give you an ass. With this, may you twerketh. Here we go. As you have conducted yourself so well, I give you an ass of a peculiar kind, which neither draws a cart nor carries a sack. To what use is he put then? To what use is he put then? Asks the young apprentice. He lets gold drop from his mouth, answered the miller. If you set him on a cloth and say, Bricklebrit, the good animal will drop gold pieces for you. That is a fine thing, said the apprentice, and thanked the master and went out into the world. When he had need of gold, he had only to say, Bricklebrit, to his ass. I can do it. I'm gonna read this whole page without breaking. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna start from here. I got this. Brickle breaking, indeed. I'm brickle breaking. Whew. Yeah, we're totally. I'm 30 years old. Okay. He lets gold drop from his mouth, answered the miller. If you set him on a cloth and say, Bricklebrit, the good animal will drop gold pieces for you. That is a fine thing, said the apprentice, and thanked the master and went out into the world. When he had need of gold, he had only to say, Bricklebrit, to his ass, and it rained gold pieces, and he had nothing to do but pick them off the ground. Wheresoever he went, the best of everything was good enough. Wheresoever he went, the best of everything was good enough for him. The best of everything was good enough for him, and the dearer the better, for he had always a full purse. When he had looked about the world for some time, he thought, You must seek out your father. If you go to him with the gold ass, he will forget his anger. If you go to him with the gold... If you go to him with the gold ass, he will forget his... It's just a donkey. Like, what is it? Surely, you must seek out your father. If you go to him with the gold ass, he will forget his anger and receive you well. It came to pass that he reached the same public house in which his brother's table had been exchanged. He led his ass by the bridle, and the host was about to take the animal from him to tie him up, but the young apprentice said, Don't trouble yourself. I will take my gray horse into the stable and tie him up myself, for I must know where he stands. This struck the host as odd, and he thought that a man who was forced to look after his ass himself could not have much to spend. Forced to look after his ass himself? Are you kidding? I'm sorry, it's so good. It's absolute cinema. Ass also means donkey. Oh, did you not know, Maddie? Oh, I guess it wouldn't be common knowledge if it's like, if English is not your first language and you didn't like study it in school. Yeah, that makes sense. Trying to say ass without laughing is truly a Sisyphean task. Might have to change it to mule or we're never getting past this part. It's such a dumb word to be cracking over. This is the next Pixar movie. This actually would make a pretty good Pixar movie. Oh, but I'm also, whatever. Anyways, okay. Man who was forced to look after his ass himself, truly. I hope we are all looking after our asses, guys. This struck the host as odd, and he thought that a man who was forced to look after his ass himself could not have much to spend. But when the stranger put his hand in his pocket and brought out 2 gold pieces and said he was to provide something good for him, the host opened his eyes wide and ran and sought out the best he could muster. After dinner, the guest asked what he owed. The host did not see why he should not double the reckoning and said the apprentice must give 2 more gold pieces. He felt in his pocket, but his gold was just at an end. "Wait an instant, Sir Host," said he. "I will go and fetch some money." But he took the tablecloth with him. The host could not imagine what this could mean, and, being curious, stole after him. And as the guest bolted the stable door, he peeped through a hole left by a knot in the wood. The stranger spread out the cloth under the animal and cried, "Bricklebrit!" And immediately the beast began to let gold pieces fall, so that it rarely rained down money on the sorry, I just realized. Do you think it did the guy say, hold, I don't remember. Did the guy say that it's like from the donkey's mouth? Or does it shit the pieces? Are they actual gold bricks? Wait, hold on. He likes gold drop from his mouth. I'm just saying, what if it's the ass's ass? Exactly, you got me. What if it was the ass's ass? From the mouth. Yeah. I just assumed a shit little gold shits. That's what I thought too. We can change it. You're right. This is public domain. We can do whatever we want with this. We can say it drops from the ass. Nobody will ever know. I'll have to retcon the whole thing. Someday, 50 years in the future, aliens will find this. Yes, only 50 years, not 500 years. I believe humanity is near its end. In 50 years, aliens are going to find this. They will, by some freak accident, not find the original copy, and they will only have the VOD of this stream. And they will think that humanity once had a fable where a donkey literally shat golden bricks. Yeah, that's how the yellow biome works. My name Jefferson. Thank you for the primary sub. Happy 6 months. The ass is ass. Exactly. Historical revision for ass. It's very important that we do revisionist history when we feel like it. Okay. Let me start from here. The stranger spread out the cloth under the animal and cried, "Bricklebrit!" And immediately the beast began to let gold pieces fall from its ass, so that it fairly rained down money on the ground. "And my word," said the host, "ducats are quickly coined there. A purse like that is not amiss." How do you pronounce ducat? Ducat?
Ducat.
Ducat? Gold coin, formerly current in most European countries. A ducat? Ducat? Brother, that sucks. Okay. Ducat, like a bucket. Guess we say fuck it. Okay. "Oh my word," said the host. "Ducats are quickly coined there. A purse like that is not amiss." The guest paid his score and went to bed, but in the night the host stole down into the stable, led away the master of the mint, and tied up another ass in his place. Early next morning, the apprentice went away with the ass and thought that he had his gold ass. At midday he reached his father, who rejoiced to see him again and gladly took him in. "What have you made of yourself, my son?" asked the old man. "A miller, dear father," he answered. "What have you brought back with you from your travels?" "Nothing else but an ass." "There are asses enough here," said the father. "I would rather have had a good goat." "Yes," replied the son, "but it is no common ass, but a gold ass. When I say, 'Bricklebrit,' the good beast opens its mouth and drops a whole sheet full of gold pieces. Just summon all our relations hither, and I will make them rich folk." "That suits me well," said the tailor, "for then I shall have no need to torment myself any longer with the needle." And he ran out and called the relations together. As soon as they were assembled, the miller bade them make way, spread out his cloth, and brought the ass into the room. "Now watch," said he, and cried, "Bricklebrit!" But no gold pieces fell. and it was clear that the animal knew nothing of the art, for every ass does not attain such perfection. For every ass does not attain such perfection. That's so good out of context. That's straight poetry. Like that has to be on purpose. I know. These are children's stories, guys. These are translated for kids. Can we get that on a shirt? Riveting. You're so right, Steffi. Well said. So the host just happened to have an identical looking ass? I don't buy it. I agree, Karma. I agree. Thank you for the super. And also, I agree. I guess it's with every fairy tale, it's the like suspension of disbelief. Right now, the disbelief that I'm required to suspend is that the Brothers Grimm didn't write that line on purpose, or the translator didn't phrase it that way, like specifically on purpose. I think the translator had a bit of fun. I agree. Active pleasure. She brickle Brit on that ass till like coin ducats. Pin it! That's so good. Oh my god, I'm screenshotting it. Oh, that's so fire. That is so fire. I'm putting that in the server museum. That's too good. That is way too good. Holy crap. Where's the server? Where is Yingferno server? Yingferno. I found it. I found Inferno. I found you, Miss Snoop Booty. Boom. This is gonna be great. The translator's like, the kids are gonna love this. CB Troll, I can't do a Posh Brit redeem. I'm gonna have to refund you. I can't do it because I'm recording. It's gonna be weird to like switch it suddenly into Posh Brit. How do I'm gonna have to open my mod. Wait, do I have any mods in chat right now? I don't think so. I haven't seen anyone in a moment. Mod view? I don't even remember how to do open moderation panel. I need to refund that. I did warn you. Mod view. Oh, I found it. And then reward requests queue. Posh Brit. Wait. I'm not seeing it. I'm legit not seeing the... Ooh, okay, well, I guess I can't refund it. It's not in there. Just hydrate and stretch, okay. TY, I will do that. Cheers. And then we'll do a reach ahead and inhale. Every ass does not attain such perfection. Repeat after me. The next time you look in the mirror and you feel bad about you feel bad about the shape of your butt, repeat after me. Every ass does not attain such perfection. Ramen. Yeah, let's take a hydrate break after this for sure. For sure. Why? I really do want to get on a shirt though. Maybe let's make some stupid ass t-shirts. Oh, Momo, thank you for finding the refund. I couldn't find it in the queue. I don't know why. Okay. Ramen. Indeed. Kind of like Yamen for Yaoi Church. Okay. I'm gonna reread that just in case I broke a little bit. Little clap for the reset. But no gold pieces fell, and it was clear that the animal knew nothing of the art, for every ass does not attain such perfection. Then the poor miller pulled a long face, saw that he was betrayed, and begged pardon of the relatives, who went home as poor as they came. There was no help for it. The old man had to betake him to his needle once more, and the youth hired himself to a miller. The third man had apprenticed himself to a turner, and as that is skilled labor, he was the longest in learning. His brothers, however, told him in a letter how badly things have gone. Hold on, I just realized I don't know what a turner is? What is a turner? Why does it take longer to apprentice? Oh, what? I think it's still called being a turner, like now. It's like a machine operation thing. What does a turner do? Is that where the last name comes from? A turner is someone who operates a lathe. They can work in a workshop, a factory, a shed, or from home. There isn't a specific term for the place they work. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, like Timmy Turner, exactly. Shit, exactly. That is the line. For every ass does not attain such perfection. Could we also get that on the back of a pair of pants? Kind of like the Juicy shorts. But instead of where it says juicy, it's just like it's like a word mash of like for every ass does not achieve such perfection. Like Timmy Turner, exactly, Hermit, exactly. Okay, cool. I mean, it's like how like carpenter is also a last name, or baker, right? Because people used to not really have last names, so they would just take like a profession as a last name. I guess Turner must have been kind of like that. Maybe a less common profession now than before. Okay, got it. Just curious. The third brother had apprenticed himself to a turner, and as that is skilled labor, he was the longest in learning. His brothers, however, told him in a letter how badly things had gone with them, and how the innkeeper had cheated them of their beautiful wishing gifts on the last evening before they reached home. I'm glad they figured out like who cheated them, though. I wasn't sure that they knew. It like wasn't clear. When the turner had served his time and had to When the turner had served his time and had to set out on his travels, as he had conducted himself so well, his master presented him with a sack and said, "There is a cudgel in it." "I can put on the sack," said he, "and it may be of good service to me, but why should the cudgel be in it? It only makes it heavy." "I will tell you why," replied the master. "If anyone has done anything to injure you, do but say, 'Cudgel, out of the sack!' and the cudgel will leap forth among the people and play such a dance on their backs that they will not be able to stir or move for a week, and it will not leave off until you say, 'Cudgel, into the sack!'" The apprentice thanked him, put the sack on his back, and when anyone came too near him and wished to attack him, he said, "Cudgel, out of the sack!" And instantly the cudgel sprang out and dusted the coat or jacket of one after the other on their backs, and never stopped until it had stripped it off them. What? How is a cudgel? Hold on, I'm realizing I don't know what exactly a cudgel is. Yeah, I thought it was just a stick. Literally looks like a mace. Okay, how is this cudgel stripping people? What is happening? What is this? I have so many questions. The cudgel comes out, dusted the coat or jacket of one after the other on their backs, never stopped until it had stripped it off them? Open sesame, I sleep, cudgel into the sack, awake, that is the vibe. Auto bonk, cudgel. Carefully? Interesting weapon, yeah. Alright. Continued willing suspension of disbelief. We're just gonna run with it. Let me read that paragraph one more time. I think I was tripping over my words a little. And instantly the cudgel sprang out and dusted the coat or jacket of one after the other on their backs, and never stopped until it had stripped it off them. And it was done so quickly that before anyone was aware, it was already his own turn. In the evening, the young turner reached the inn where his brothers had been cheated. He laid his sack on the table before him and began to talk of all the wonderful things which he had seen in the world. "Yes," said he, "people may easily find a little table which will cover itself, a gold ass, and things of that kind. Extremely good things, which I by no means despise. But these are nothing in comparison with the treasure which I have won for myself and am carrying about with me in my sack there." The innkeeper pricked up his ears. What in the world can that be? Thought he. The sack must be filled with nothing but jewels. I ought to get them cheap, too, for all good things go in threes. I can't tell if this is a great or cursed D&D item. You're so right. You're so right. This could really backfire. Also, is it like an attunement thing? Like you have to attune to the cudgel by next dawn? Like, how does the innkeeper get a hold of it, right? Does he have to spend a day attuning to it? Anyways, let me reread this. The innkeeper pricked up his ears. What in the world can that be? Thought he. The sack must be filled with nothing but jewels. I ought to get them cheap, too, for all good things go in threes. When it was time for sleep, the guest stretched himself on the bench and laid his sack beneath him for a pillow. When the innkeeper thought his guest was lying in a sound sleep, he went to him and pushed and pulled quite gently and carefully at the sack to see if he could possibly draw it away and lay another in its place. The turner had, however, been waiting for this for a long time. And now, just as the innkeeper was about to give a hearty tug, he cried, "Cudgel, out of the sack!" Instantly, the little cudgel came forth and fell on the innkeeper and gave him a sound thrashing. The host cried for mercy, but the louder he cried, so much the more heavily the cudgel beat time on his back, until at length he fell to the ground, exhausted. Then the turner said, "If you do not give back the little table that sets itself, and the gold ass, the dance shall begin afresh." "Oh no," cried the host, quite humbly. "I will gladly bring out everything, only make the accursed kobold creep back into the sack." Then said the apprentice, "I will let mercy take the place of justice, but beware of getting into mischief again." So he cried, "Cudgel, into the sack," and let him have rest. Next morning, the turner went home to his father with the wishing table and the gold ass. The tailor rejoiced when he saw him once more, and asked him likewise what he had learned in foreign parts. It's actual D&D. It's an actual D&D homebrew item. Wait, are you serious? That's wild. That's wild. Wait, I'm gonna look it up. Homebrew Rust Marines, the Emperor's Cudgel. Kinetic Cudgel. There's a few. Blood Cudgel. I'm seeing a few options. What's the homebrew cudgel called? Okay. Sorry, let's continue. Next morning, the turner went home to his father with the wishing table and the gold ass. The tailor rejoiced when he saw him once more, and asked him likewise what he had learned in foreign parts. "Dear father," said he, "I have become a turner." "A skilled trade," said the father. "What have you brought back with you from your travels?" "A precious thing, dear father," replied the son. "A cudgel in the sack." "What?" cried the father. "A cudgel? That's worth your trouble indeed. From every tree you can cut one for yourself. But not one like this, dear father. If I say, 'Cudgel, out of the sack,' the cudgel springs out and leads anyone who means ill by me a weary dance, and never stops until he lies on the ground and prays for fair weather. Look you, with this cudgel have I got back the wishing table and the gold ass, which the thievish innkeeper took away from my brothers. Now let them both be sent for, and invite all our kinsmen. I will give them to eat and to drink, and will fill their pockets with gold into the bargain." While he said that, I was like, is that kind of like when you're telling people about the OK Google command, and then it responds when you were just trying to tell people about it? Like, what if when he said cudgel out of the sack, his dad got beat to smithereens? I just feel like it's a possibility. I feel like that's one of those trigger words you're not supposed to say often. Bag of the cudgel. This item seems to be a normal linen sack, but if an ordinary non-magical wooden cudgel is placed into the sack for at least 24 hours, that cudgel can be called out of the bag once per day. By opening the item and speaking a command word, then the wielder of the bag can direct the cudgel to attack his opponents in the same way as a dancing club +1 with a base damage of D10. In contrast to other weapons with a dancing enchantment, however, the cudgel can attack on its own for up to 15 minutes, or until called back into the sack. That's kind of like summoning like a sentient being. The cudgel reverts to normal if it is separated more than 30 feet away from the bag. What the fuck? Bag of the cudgel. Wow. What was the point of that? Can't you just beat the innkeeper yourself? I guess the cudgel's like better at beating people than the average person. It's like if you don't know martial arts, get the cudgel to do it for you. Okay. I also imagine it's pretty hard to fight like a disembodied stick, you know? Like there's no limb that it's attached to that you can hiya it from. Okay. Here we go. The old tailor would not quite believe, but nevertheless got the relatives together. Then the turner spread a cloth in the room and led in the gold ass and said to his brother, "Now, dear brother, speak to him." The miller said, "Bricklebrit," and instantly the gold pieces fell down on the cloth like a thunder shower, and the ass did not stop until every one of them had so much that he could carry no more. I can see in your face that you also would have liked to be there. All right, Brothers Grimm, breaking the fourth wall. It's like Kaveh logic. Why wield Claymore when Merrick exists? Exactly. You didn't do anything. It was the cudgel. You get a clean conscience. Well said, Shin. I like that logic, actually. Pacifist. I'm a pacifist. I don't believe in violence. Cudgel! Out of the sack! Thanks for hanging out, Drops of Saturn. Have a good one. Have a good one. Okay. Then the turner brought the little table and said, "Now, dear brother, speak to it." And scarcely had the carpenter said, "Little table, set thyself," then it was spread and covered with the most exquisite dishes. Then such a meal took place as the good tailor had never yet known in his house. The whole party of kinsmen stayed together till far in the night, and were all merry and glad. The tailor locked away needle and thread, yard measure and goose in a press, and lived with his 3 sons in joy and splendor. I was literally about to be like, but what about the goat? Immediately answers my question. What, however, has become of the goat? Who was to blame for the tailor driving out his 3 sons? That I will tell you. She was ashamed that she had a bald head, and ran to a fox's hole and crept into it. When the fox came home, he was met by 2 great eyes shining out of the darkness, and was terrified and ran away. A bear met him, and as the fox looked quite disturbed, he said, "What is the matter? What is the matter with you, Brother Fox? Why do you look like that?" "Ah," answered Redskin, "a fierce beast is in my cave and stared at me with its fiery eyes." "We will soon drive him out," said the bear, and went with him to the cave and looked in. But when he saw the fiery eyes, fear seized him likewise. He would have nothing to do with the furious beast, and took to his heels. The bee met him, and as she saw that he was ill at ease, she said, "Bear, you are really pulling a very pitiful face. What has become of all your jollity?" "It is all very well for you to talk," replied the bear. "A furious beast with staring eyes is in Redskin's house, and we can't drive him out." The bee said, "Bear, I pity you. I am a poor, weak creature whom you would not turn aside to look at, yet I believe I can help you." She flew into the fox's cave, lighted on the goat's clean, shaven head, and stung her so hard that she sprang up crying, "Ma! Ma!" and ran forth into the world like mad. And to this hour, no one knows where she has gone. The end. This story is really all over the place, truly. It was like nothing connected with anything else, and I don't know that there's really a moral to the story other than don't tell people about your cool shit. Why is the bee glowing? Sorry, I just realized you're not joking, Madia. When the English phrase like "to light upon" means to land on something. It's like a Middle English-ish kind of thing. Okay, hopefully my recording didn't glitch out too much. Let me see, is this loud? Enough. The goat answered. I have eaten so much. Natalie, touch. I think maybe when I'm yelling, it's too loud. I'm fucking myself like. I think it's okay. I think it's doable. Water break. Yes, good call. Let's think about the next one. Yeah. You guys liked the cabbage one. There's 7 ravens. How long did that take me to read? Let me see. I had the recording going the whole time and it ran 45 minutes. I think all the other stories are shorter and I still have 45 minutes, so we can probably read one more story. Cheers. Same moral as the tale of the three brothers from Harry Potter. The tale of the three brothers from Harry Potter. Who? I don't remember this. You mean like the bros? I forgot all their nicknames. I blocked out so much Harry Potter stuff, guys, ever since J.K. Rowling became, you know, that. The moral is to get a cudgel to do the dirty job. You're so right. You're so right. 45 minutes, 43 of which was Ying laughing about ass. I think I'm fully justified. Ma. You want it on loop? Better buy it when I drop it in my Ko-Fi shop. Karma, what's your question? The wand, the cloak, and the... I forgot what the last one had. We can look. We can look. Hold on. Let me go back to the table of contents. This was a nutty fucking story, but I actually really enjoyed it. That was actually pretty fun. Like, I feel like that would make a surprisingly good bedtime story. You know what I mean? Like, it's so nonsensical that you're kind of like, you know what? Sure. The two bros sent letters to the third, but didn't talk to each other, apparently. Maybe it was, like, timing. I don't know. Too close on the heels of each other. Gold asked 2. The goat strikes back. Somehow the goat returned! Wand, cloak, and stone of resurrection. Wait, what is this? Wait, this music is getting louder? Is that just me? I'm gonna turn it down more. I hope that wasn't too loud during my reading. Okay. We were also looking at, let me see. Seven Ravens looks pretty short. Should we maybe just look for some short ones? And look at this illustration! It's so wood block print. I love it. Oh my god, what a vibe. The murder of crows. Oh, I'm sorry, they're ravens. Did you guys know that a collection of owls is called a parliament? A parliament of owls? Isn't that fucking fire? Don't tempt me because I've been looping your free run covers on Spotify. Thank you, Sleepy Troll. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for looping. Thank you for the 2 cents I got from that. No, I'm kidding. Genuinely, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. Okay, so 7 ravens. A congress of inefficiency. What do you mean? Oh, because owls like are slow moving birds. A group of bears is called a sloth. Really? A sloth of bears. I really want to Google this. Where do you think that comes from? Is there etymology to it? I see Quora as the main source. Swarths. I'm not seeing like a source. What is a group of bears called? Why is it called that? A sleuth or a sloth? There's only... What? Nobody has any sources. Why? The word is equivalent to slow plus just as month is equivalent to moon plus th. Sleuth from Old English... I can't read that. It should not be confused with the older sleuth. The word slow is from Middle English slow, slaw. Why can't I find... Oh, maybe it's maybe sleuth, a sleuth of bears. Maybe that'll show up better for etymology. Oh, I see a book now. Okay, yeah. Sleuth of bears is giving me more results than a sloth of bears. Just biologists having fun. Kind of like birders naming birds really dumb names. Do you get more incentive from YouTube side or Spotify side? Spotify. From plays? From plays, it should be Spotify. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. Thank you for asking, though. Honestly, it's whatever platform you prefer to be looping on. I'm not a Spotify user because they are horrible. Horrible. If you can get YouTube music, that's what I usually recommend nowadays. Also not perfect. It's also not perfect, but marginally less horrible than Spotify. It's rough out there right now in the music industry, guys. A coleslaw of water bears is wild. Wild, wild karma. Okay, let's read the 7 ravens. Ready? Let me come back, mute the last track, start a new one, hit save. Just saw a really annoying YouTube comment. I didn't mean to click it, but I just saw it and now it's like annoying me. Okay, I'll answer it later. When people want to nitpick my English translation with me and I'm just like, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. One of my favorite, whenever we bring up the Dunning-Kruger curve on stream, guys, and I'm like, one of my favorite Chinese phrases is 班门弄斧, which is like, vaguely means like to try to flex in front of the master when you're like a novice. Oh, actually, that is probably the cleanest possible translation. Like, 班门弄斧it would be the novice flexing in front of the master. I'm not a master, to be fair, but I think the whole point of the Dunning-Kruger curve is that anyone who knows more than you is gonna know that they know more than you. The people who look stupid have no idea how stupid they look. The tragedy of the Dunning-Kruger curve. Ignorance is bliss and all that. Okay, let's do this next one. It's quite short. We should get through it pretty fast, and maybe I won't be cracking up every 5 seconds from saying the word ass. All right, here we go. The 7 Ravens by the Brothers Grimm. There was once a man who had 7 sons, but never a daughter, no matter how much he wished for one. At length, his wife had a child, and it was a daughter. The joy was great, but the child was sickly and small, and so weak that it had to be baptized at once. Wait, does that mean that they think the kid's gonna die, so they have to baptize them, like, immediately? That's kind of sad, actually. The father sent one of the boys in a hurry to the spring to fetch water for the baptism. The other 6 boys ran along with him, and as each strove to be the first to fill the jug, it fell into the spring. There they stood and did not know what to do. None of them dared to go home. When they did not come back, the father grew impatient and said, "They have forgotten all about it in a game of play, the wicked boys." Soon he grew afraid lest the child should die without being baptized, and he cried... Sorry. I'm like, cozy stream, and then I'm like making disgusting mouth noises into the mic. Sorry. Soon he grew afraid lest the child should die without being baptized, and he cried out in anger, "I wish the boys were all turned into ravens." "Be careful what you wish for." Hardly was the word spoken before he heard a whirring of wings in the air above his head. He looked up and saw 7 coal-black ravens flying. I've been interrupted. How utterly unacceptable. Turn on Do Not Disturb for an hour. Okay, back at it. Hardly was the word spoken before he heard a whirring of wings in the air above his head. He looked up and saw 7 coal-black ravens flying high and away. The parents could not recall the curse, and although they grieved over the loss of the... Okay, that's the problem with the cold reading. The parents could not recall the curse, and though they grieved over the loss of their 7 sons, yet they comforted themselves somewhat with their dear little daughter, who soon grew strong and every day more beautiful. For a long time, she did not know that she had had brothers. Her parents were careful not to mention them before her. But one day, she chanced to overhear some people talking about her and saying that the maiden is certainly beautiful, but really to blame for the misfortune of her 7 brothers. Then she was much troubled, and went to her father and mother and asked if it was true that she had had brothers, and what was become of them. Fart McButtface! Welcome back! Good to see you! I've missed your fart emotes. Caw, caw! Exactly. A coleslaw of water. Oh, I just didn't really... I forgot to heart that, Karma. Thank you again for the super. Literal crow bros. I'm like, I feel like this story probably originated from somebody looking at the way that sometimes a murder of crows gets like really attached to a person, you know? They're like, this is our guy. No one's gonna fuck with our guy. Like, I bet that's how this story came about. Okay. The parents did not dare to keep the secret longer, and said that her birth was only the innocent cause of what had happened to her brothers. But the maiden laid it daily to heart, and thought that she must deliver her brothers. She had no peace and rest until she set out secretly, and went forth into the wide world to seek them out, and set them free, let it cost what it might. She took nothing with her but a little ring belonging to her parents as a keepsake, a loaf of bread against hunger, a little pitcher of water against thirst, and a little chair as a provision against weariness. And now she went continually onward, far, far to the very end of the world. Then she came to the sun, but it was too hot and terrible, and devoured little children. Hastily she ran away, and ran to the moon, but it was far too cold, and also awful and malicious. And when it saw the child, it said, I smell the flesh of men." Wow, this is a cool illustration. On this, she ran swiftly away and came to the stars, which were kind and good to her, and each of them sat on its own little chair. But the morning star arose and gave her the drumstick of a chicken and said, "If you have not that drumstick, you cannot open the glass mountain, and in the glass mountain are your brothers." The maiden took the drumstick, wrapped it carefully in cloth, and went onward again until she came to the glass mountain. The door was shut, and she thought she would take out the drumstick. But when she undid the cloth, it was empty, and she had lost the good star's present. What was she to do? What was she now to do? She wished to rescue her brothers, and had no key to the glass mountain. The good little sister took a knife, cut off one of her little fingers, put it in the door, and succeeded in opening it. Why? What? Where's the Sphinx who's telling you that you have to cut off a little finger to unlock this door? Like, at what point was there a, like, answer me these riddles 3, and, like, the answer is cut off your finger and put it in the door? Like, that didn't happen. Like, what? What made her think, oh, my little pinky will open this door, and not only do I have to stick it in, I have to cut it off and stick it in. Plot twist, the little girl is Yakuza. Excuse me, body horror. Casually. Yeah, that's just typical, Brother Scream. That's just typical. Me when I use my chicken leg to open a mountain. It's a skeleton key. You're right, Triple Tauruses. You're right. No key? I've read Little Dutch Boy. Isn't that an Anderson fairy tale? Were they contemporaries? I actually do not know. Okay. Clap. Little Girl's Assassin's Creed. Isn't that the ring finger? For the knife? Anyway. When she had got inside, a little dwarf came to meet her, who said, "My child, what are you looking for?" "I'm looking for my brothers, the 7 ravens," she replied. The dwarf said, "The Lord Ravens are not at home, but if you wish to wait here until they come, step in." Thereupon, the little dwarf carried the raven's dinner in, on 7 little plates and in 7 little glasses. The little sister ate a morsel from each plate, and from each little glass she took a sip. But in the last little glass, she dropped the ring which she had brought away with her. Do you think she's just like pouring her blood all over their stuff? Let me leave a DNA marker that I was here for my brothers, who are birds. Suddenly, she heard a whirring of wings and a rushing through the air, and then the little dwarf said, "Now the Lord Ravens are flying home." Then they came and wanted to eat and drink and look for their little plates and glasses. Then said one after the other, "Who has eaten something from my plate? Who has drunk out of my little glass? It was a human mouth." And when the 7th came to the bottom of the glass, the ring rolled against his mouth. Then he looked at it and saw that it was a ring belonging to his father and mother, and said, "God grant that our little sister may be here, and then we shall be free." When the maiden, who was standing behind the door watching, heard that wish, she came forth, and on this all the ravens were restored to their human form again, and they embraced and kissed each other and went joyfully home. The end. That's it. Nice and short and sweet. That was like 8 minutes, including all of my interludes and interruptions. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. The story of the Yakuza little girl. Writer ran out of time and just ended the story. Yeah. Straight up was just like, you know what? I've had enough. I've decided I want to move on to a different story. Like, okay, buddy, you do that. Have you done other audiobooks? No, I've never done any professional reading in any way. I want to. I don't know how to break in, but maybe it's like auditions or something. I don't know. It was so tripping Yakuza balls, for real. The moral of the story is the little girl fingers are an acceptable substitute for a chicken drumstick. Yeah, okay, that's fair, Quantico. The parents were messing with their daughter like, yo, you had 7 brothers. You know that, right? Lord of Mysteries audiobook would go so hard. That's long, though. I would have to spend my whole life reading to get through that. You break in by knowing an author. It does kind of sound like that sometimes. All I'm getting from these stories is that dads are terrible and never held accountable. That's so true. They all blamed the girl for this when it was like the dad who did it. Anyway, let's just choose a few other short ones. Yeah, we got the White Snake. Ash Maiden is pretty short. We were looking at that earlier. The Three Brothers is short. Rapunzel's surprisingly short. White Snake. Are we feeling White Snake? Is that an option? Bird Found. Bird Found is only 4 pages. The Golden Goose is only 4 pages. That one's silly. I read that one. Clever Elsie. Where's Clever Elsie? Let me see. Clever Elsie. Clever Elsie's 5 pages. Yeah, that's nice and short. White Snake sounds good. It sounds like we're gravitating towards White Snake, or at least Karma and Yuna are. Dr. Noel. Spindle, Shuttle, Needle. Oh, I think somebody brought that up earlier too. Huh. Goose. If I make it as an author, you want to read my book? Fuck yeah. Please. Goose? You guys want Goose? No Goose so far? Why Snake? Goose? Okay, I'll make you guys vote between Snake and Goose. One second. Let me set up a poll. I'm going to set up a poll. Which one? We're going to do Snake, question mark, Goose, question mark. You guys have 1 minute to vote. Twitch side has started. Let me set up the YouTube side poll. Start a poll. It's lagging. That makes me very concerned because YouTube likes to crash. So I'm going to refresh. Give me a moment. Oh yeah, it's crashing. 100% it is crashing. That's sad. Let me fix that. How could this happen to me? It's always lagging. That's not the rhyme scheme. Literally, YouTube is not loading. YouTube, I'm sorry. You guys are just gonna have to put it in chat. Sorry. It's straight up not loading, guys. Jesus Christ. How could you do? Oh God, yep. All of Chrome just crashed. Thanks for nothing. Thanks for nothing. Is my stream still working? Is my stream still working? I don't even know. It's still live. It's still live. We're good. Okay, I see chat again. Let me pop it back out. Pop it out. Sorry, guys. Sorry for technical difficulties. This always happens. Makes me pretty mad. Goose Girl and White Snake. It's not Goose Girl. The Golden Goose versus White Snake. Yeah. We are alive. Yes, indeed, Treya. Indeed. I'm glad you are. Okay. Okay. Cool. White Snake. White Snake. Looks like White Snake might be winning because it's a tie, Twitch side. Twitch is being both a snake and a silly goose. Exactly. Oh, Aeolus Crash? Thank you for the Prime resub. While I originally found you with your old gaming content, I've been realizing your newer VODs content as background as well as study for college because you tend to be more calming streamer I can enjoy listening to. Thank you! Oh, that's very sweet of you. I appreciate it. I was actually thinking to do less gaming and I was really worried that would be like a problem for a lot of you guys. So I guess let me take this opportunity to apologize for doing less gaming and more random bullshit. But I hope it's been enjoyable. I'm glad it's been enjoyable for you, Aeolus. Happy to keep you company while you are studying. Twitch is being indecisive again. Well, I think it's good to have a variety of options. Okay, I think YouTube is breaking it with Whitesnake. We did not read Ashen Girl, no. We have not, Slanish. Okay, so Snake is one. Let's do Whitesnake. We may have time for both of them, to be fair. I still have 25 minutes. 66 people and 8 votes. I mean, I think we like to chill here. We got a lot of lurkers. That's not a bad thing. Okay. Wow, these are really weird, like, typesetting issues. A long time ago. All right, let me set up the new recording. Here we are. And I am rolling, I believe. Yes. Sound speed. The White Snake by the Brothers Grimm. A long time ago, there lived a king who was famed for his wisdom through all the land. Nothing was hidden from him, and it seemed as if news of the most secret things was brought to him through the air. But he had a strange custom. Every day after dinner, when the table was cleared and no one else was present, a trusty servant had to bring him one more dish. It was covered, and even the servant did not know what was in it. Neither did anyone know, for the king never took off the cover to eat of it until he was quite alone. This had gone on for a long time, when one day the servant, who took away the dish, was overcome with such curiosity that he could not help carrying the dish into his room. When he had carefully locked the door, he lifted up the cover and saw a white snake laying on the dish. But when he saw it, he could not deny himself the pleasure of tasting it, so he cut off a little bit and put it into his mouth. No sooner had it touched his tongue than he heard a strange whispering of little voices outside his window. He went and listened, and then noticed that it was the sparrows who were chattering together and telling one another of all kinds of things which they had seen in the fields and woods. Eating the snake had given him power to understand the language of animals. Now, it so happened that on this very day the queen lost her most beautiful ring, and suspicion of having stolen it fell upon this trusty servant, who was allowed to go everywhere. The king ordered the man to be brought before him, and threatened with angry words that unless he could, before the morrow, point out the thief, he himself should be looked upon as guilty and should be executed. In vain he declared his innocence. He was dismissed with no better answer. In his trouble and fear, he went down into the courtyard and took thought how to help himself out of his trouble. Oops, I should reread that. Oops. In his trouble and fear, he went down into the courtyard and took thought how to help himself out of this trouble. I can't read this sentence. And took thought how to help himself out of his trouble. Now some ducks were sitting together quietly by a brook and taking their rest, and, whilst they were making their feathers smooth with their bills, they were having a confidential conversation. The servant stood by and listened. They were telling one another of all the places where they had been waddling about all the morning, and what good food they had found, and one said in a pitiful tone, "Something lies heavy on my stomach. As I was eating in haste, I swallowed a ring which lay under the queen's window." The servant at once seized her by the neck, carried her to the kitchen, and said to the cook, "Here is a fine duck. Pray kill her." "Yes," said the cook, and weighed her in his hand. "She has spared no trouble to fatten herself and has been waiting long enough to be roasted." So he cut off her head, and as she was being dressed for the spit, the queen's ring was found inside her. The servant could now easily prove his innocence. The king, to make amends for the wrong, allowed him to ask a favor and promised him the best place in the court. The servant refused everything and asked only for a horse and some money for traveling, as he had a mind to see the world and go about a little. When his request was granted, he set out on his way. One day, he came to a pond where he saw 3 fishes caught in the reeds and gasping for water. Now, though it is said that fishes are dumb, he heard them lamenting that they must perish so miserably. As he had a kind heart, he got off his horse and put the 3 prisoners back into the water. They quivered with delight, put out their heads, and cried to him, "We will remember you and repay you for saving us." He rode on, and after a while it seemed to him that he heard a voice in the sand at his feet. He listened, and heard an ant king complain,
"Why cannot folk with their clumsy beasts keep off our bodies? That stupid horse with his heavy hooves has been treading down my people without mercy."
So he turned on to a side path, and the ant king cried out to him,
"We will remember you. One good turn deserves another."
The path led him into a wood, and there he saw 2 old ravens standing by their nest and throwing out their young ones.
"Out with you, you idle, good-for-nothing creatures," cried they. "We cannot find food for you any longer. You are big enough and can provide for yourselves."
But the poor young ravens lay upon the ground, flapping their wings and crying,
"Oh, what helpless chicks we are! We must shift for ourselves, and yet we cannot fly. What can we do but lie here and starve?"
So the good young fellow alighted and killed his horse with his sword, and gave it to them for food. I'm sorry, I feel like I've been holding back a lot of comments, and I just think that like this guy has it's just been a lot of random bullshit. I draw the line at just killing your horse. Literally, what the fuck? One good turn deserves another, unless you're a duck or a horse. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, the duck didn't do anything good, but the horse didn't do anything wrong. Also, the duck didn't do it on purpose. Ant King? Someone didn't study enough biology. Yeah, exactly. We all know that's a queen. I'm sure there were worms. The horse became an Uma, it's okay. The horse was slain and promptly became an Uma Musume. I know, I feel so bad for this horse. What the hell? Okay, well, anyway. Save the ants, kill the horse, you know how it is. So the good young fellow alighted and killed his horse with his sword, and gave it to them for food. Then they came hopping up to it, satisfied their hunger, and cried, "We will remember you. One good turn deserves another." And now he had used to his own now he had to use his own legs, and when he had walked a long way, he came to a large city. There was a great noise and crowd in the streets, and a man rode up on horseback, crying aloud, "The king's daughter wants a husband, but whoever sues for her hand must perform a hard task. If he does not succeed, he will forfeit his life." Many had already made the attempt, but in vain. Nevertheless, when the youth saw the king's daughter, he was so overcome by her great beauty that he forgot all danger, went before the king, and declared himself a suitor. That is how you pronounce that word, right? It is suitor? Is it suitor?
Suitor.
Thank you. It is suitor. So he was led out to the sea, and a gold ring was cast into it. Then the king ordered him to fetch this ring up from the bottom of the sea, and added, "If you come up without it, you will be thrown in again and again until you perish amid the waves." All the people grieved for the handsome youth. Then they went away, leaving him alone by the sea. Oh, that is a handsome youth. I like how the caption is like always kind of a spoiler. Okay. He stood on the shore and considered what he should do, when suddenly he saw 3 fishes come swimming toward him. They were the very fishes whose lives he had saved. The one in the middle held a mussel in its mouth, which it laid on the shore at the youth's feet. When he had taken it up and opened it, there lay the gold ring in the shell. Full of joy, he took it to the king and expected that he would grant him the promised reward. But when the proud princess perceived that he was not her equal in birth, she scorned him and required him first to perform another task. She went down into the garden and strewed it with her own hands 10 sacks full of millet seed on the grass. Then she said, "Tomorrow morning, before sunrise..." Oh, I'm going to give the princess a voice. Let me think about this. She went down into the garden and strewed it with her own hands 10 sacks full of millet seed on the grass. Then she said, "Tomorrow morning, before sunrise, these must be picked up, and not a single grain be wanting." The youth sat down in the garden and considered how he might perform this task. But he could think of nothing, and there he sat, sorrowfully awaiting the break of day, when he should be led to death. But as soon as the first rays of the sun shone into the garden, he saw all the 10 sacks standing side by side, quite full, and not a single grain was missing. The Ant King had come in the night with thousands and thousands of ants, and the grateful creatures had, by great industry, picked up all the millet seeds and gathered them into the sacks. Presently, the king's daughter herself came down into the garden and was amazed to see that the young man had done the task she had given him. But she could not yet conquer her proud heart, and said, "Although he has performed both the tasks, he shall not be my husband until he has brought me an apple from the tree of life." If there was any justice, there'd be a task that he'd need a duck or horse for. I know, I agree. When you read to children, you show the pictures after finishing the page. Yeah, it's true. You're right. You do the thing where you like flip the book around and you go like this. I used to love story time. That was my favorite part, when the person who was reading it flipped it and then went like, psh. Trans Ant King! Trans Mask Ant King! Soured in vibe, indeed. The St. Francis of Assisi, but of murder. Okay. The youth did not know where the tree of life stood, but he set out and would have gone on forever, as long as his legs could carry him, though he had no hope of finding it. A little burp I must release. Okay. I think I read that wrong anyway. The youth did not know where the tree of life stood, but he set out and would have gone on forever, as long as his legs would carry him, though he had no hope of finding it. After he had wandered through 3 kingdoms, he came one evening to a wood and lay down under a tree to sleep. But he heard a rustling in the branches, and a golden apple fell into his hand. At the same time, 3 ravens flew down to him, perched themselves upon his knee, and said,
"We are the 3 young ravens whom you saved from starving. When we had grown big and heard that you were seeking the golden apple, we flew over the sea to the end of the world where the tree of life stands, and have brought you the apple."
The youth, full of joy, set out homeward and took the golden apple to the king's beautiful daughter, who had now no more excuses left to make. They cut the apple of life in 2 and ate it together, and then her heart became full of love for him, and they lived to a great age in undisturbed happiness. The end. The tree of life? Yeah, that's a crowded knee. Knee? Tree? Knee? Oh, because they all went on his knee? Yeah. I guess that is a crowded knee. She was just hangry the whole time. Yeah, she just needed a Snickers bar. Alright, solid. Nice and fast. I am a little bit out of time though. I don't know that we'll have time for another one after this. But we made it through technically 4 stories, which is like pretty solid. That's pretty good. Ooh, this illustration's cute too. Is this Hansel and Gretel? It is! Isn't that cool? I love the artwork in these books. It's one of my favorite things. I really like getting the physical copies because all of the illustrations are like pasted in usually. They're like printed separately, and then like this one would have been like a little printout panel, and then it would have had like a white sort of underlayer, and then the color print of the art would have been pasted on top of it. And oftentimes the page that the illustrations are inserted on is also like a different kind of material from the other pages. I really like these like old-timey picture books. That's the kind that Momo and I used actually to film the free run videos. Specifically Story of Us. The book did not make an appearance. Lulu. The book did not make an appearance in Story of Us. It had those kinds of illustration inserts. Big fan. They're beautiful. I have a few. I collect them, so I have a few in my bookcase. It's all the way in the living room though, so I won't show it to you guys this time. Yeah, 0 to 10, no cudgel. How can you have no cudgel in a story? I had trouble flipping it. Yeah, I mean, because the pages are a little stiffer on the illustration pages, you can't just kind of go flip through the book like you normally do. So whenever I asked Momo to be like, just flip it open, it would do like a weird stiff page kind of thing. Oof, books rock! Well said. Truly, I strongly agree with that sentiment. All right, well, I'm gonna go harass Rin to read some of the dialogue lines. I have to edit these too because my recordings were not exactly clean, considering how much I kept laughing at The gold ass. The gold ass. Anyway, I'm gonna figure out which lines I want Rin to read and also clean it up a bit. So I also want to compile a few before I release them. So I don't know when or how. I'm thinking probably what I'm gonna do is do like a members only release on YouTube and then also like a Ko-Fi download option. I would rather not do Patreon if I could. I feel like that's like a whole other thing I don't really want to deal with. But it is possible that we'll have some materials that may be best handled through Patreon, especially if I want to do Tea Club type things. Yeah. A blooper rule as additional release. The blooper reel is this VOD. I'm not gonna take this VOD down, right? Like I didn't wanna paywall anything really, so gonna be gold ass. Thank you for reading gold ass. Thank you for requesting that I read gold ass, everybody. Thanks for the heart emojis too. It's one of my favorite YouTube chat features is the emoji. Have Rin read the gold. I'll definitely make sure Rin gets at least one line where she has to read gold ass. If I had to do it, then she has to do it. I think the editing will go okay. We'll see. We'll see. Again, experimentation. If I decide it's not fun, I'm gonna not do it. So we'll see. No promises. All right, I think I have enough time to raid someone, and it's been a hot minute since I had time to raid someone, so we should go bother somebody. Hyosung is just chatting. Phoebe's doing Claire Obscure. Mina's playing HSR. Over Easy Eggs is just chatting. Who else? Ooh, Milana's playing DDR. That could be fine. That could be fine. Wait! My friend, David is doing a hair appointment. Wait, this is fun, guys. Wo Wong is doing a hair appointment with his hair person, Suzanne. Suzanne does a lot of my friend's hair, too. We're gonna go say hi to Wo Wong. YouTube side, I don't think David multi-streams. Yeah, he's like live streaming an IRL like hair appointment. I think he's getting his hair bleached. Got a haircut today. Yeah, I have a fresh cut here, too. Fresh cut and dye job, so... Anyway, really old friends with David. We've known each other through cosplay community stuff for like, I don't even know how long. Like a ridiculous amount of time. Longer than I can remember, let's put it that way. So please say hi to David for me. That's kind of it. Yup. Thanks for joining for our first reading stream in like 2.5 years. I'm excited to edit these and see how they feel. And we'll find out if there's actually any demand for it at all later. The horse also got a dye job, Quantico. That's horrible. How could you do that? That's so. I have to pin it. I have to pin it before we leave. That deserves a pin. I know we only have like 5 seconds before we're rating, but I had to do it. All right. Thank you both YouTube and Twitch sides for joining me today, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening. Have a wonderful time of day. I will see you all next stream. I don't know when that'll be yet. I have a Democrat thing to get through this weekend first, so I'll tell you guys next week later. Announced on Discord as always. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. 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 Bye. Oh, it's counting down. It's counting down Twitch side. Bye-bye. To binge the rest of the reading stream VODs. That's a long time ago. You'll have to go to the other VOD channel to find it. But thank you. Okay. Bye, YouTube. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.